Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we have any audio on this for today? Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it's time for the noon edition of Welcome to My World. This is the 11th of August, and it is a Thursday. So happy Thursday, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? It seems to me we've got some profitable traders from this morning. This has been really cool. I say we find out who these bus drivers are and get these ones for every day. This has been a really wonderful August, and I'm surprised so far. Maybe it'll get back to August normal in a week or so, but last 2 weeks of August. But anyway, these indices have really put up some nice trends this morning. And I know a lot of people in the room trade NQ, and there've been a couple very, very nice moves off of NQ today. But looking at the indices overall, I don't know how many people are trading YM, but it was definitely the strongest of the bunch this morning. I mean, it really took off. And of course, our friend crude oil did the same. Maybe those two were talking to each other on their cell phones. I don't know, but they really gave traders a nice morning of it. Gold had a nice move also, and it's backing off the other direction right now. And bonds I stayed away from this morning because I didn't get anything really that I just really couldn't live without. And in an hour, the 30-year bond auction is at 101, 1 minute after. So I just kind of put ZB on park today and left it there. Anyway, crude oil is kind of ranging here between 4170-ish and looks like maybe right up here to our big weekly magnet at 4360 something, 1, 2, or 3, whatever that is. But all morning, this market analyzer it's had all lights on green, and boy, this thing, once it cleared settlement down here, there were a couple of nice signals. I mean, if you didn't get into the very best one, I've been watching this new indicator that Lori's working on a workspace to get this thing up. It's still in beta, but hopefully the cloud is going to accommodate another workspace, or they'll figure out some way to get that up maybe tomorrow, but Friday for sure, I think. But we still don't have any rules for it. But I really have been trying to pay attention to that thing. But this morning, if I had the rules and I was really trusting it, which I'm getting much better with it, there was a nice entry of this thing right here about the time the trend arc flipped. This was about 8:30 this morning. But the safer thing to do is wait until that bus driver has cleared settlement. But at that time, he had the high of the day right here at about 4180. So once it cleared that and the red ice, it never looked back. And this deviation mountain just continued to grow and climb and climb and climb. And this definitely, there was a touchback even to the red ice. So if you missed that, there was a touchback here over this. This is a past week major magnet right here. another touchback to this deviation level right here, just kept on going. So there were a number of places that you could either get in or add to whatever your strategy is for that kind of thing. NQ also had nice moves. I caught a ride on the gold train this morning. I couldn't get my take profit out of the way fast enough, so I got 35 ticks off of that, but it's still nice for gold. If you were Daryl, which in my dreams, it did go on up to the a deviation level, and before it really turned back. So deviation levels, I personally, I don't see anybody can trade without them, but maybe that's why this is my world. Anyway, I did want to show you something. Let me get this for you, because this is very cool. I think Aaron has been kind enough to call some mini magnets on the ags. I think he's got beans and corn that he's calling on those. And so I wanted to show you the value of, especially if you're a Nadex trader. I'll put this over here on my camera, get this out of the way. And if you go to the news tab on the Apex website, and there's a tab on there for news, and you click on tomorrow where it says crop reports, or anyway, it's noontime on Friday. And this is what you get right here. So the strategy for this, for tomorrow, is strangles. So if this is something you want to learn about and you want to practice this tomorrow and demo, this is a good time to, this afternoon, when you're done, pull this up, look at the strangles. If you don't know how to do a strangle, there's the training link is right on the news tab. But what it gives you is these release dates, so you can mark them on your calendar. It explains what the report is good for, and if you have a high enough IV, iron condors will work also. But it also gives you the link of where you get these reports, so you can check this stuff or have it sent to you off of the USDA website if you want. It'll come into your email. And there's another thing about this. You can click on this remind me about this event and then put it on your calendar or Outlook or whatever it is that you use, so that tomorrow at noon, when those reports come out, you have got access to them. You've got your trade plan set up for those things, and you can pull up a chart and scroll back through here and look where Aaron's putting on these mini magnets. Might be kind of helpful to you. So that's another facet of Apex that is very, very useful. So anyway, I just want to make sure everybody knew that was over there. And there's a lot of other things too. If you get in the habit of using that, Daryl's really good about laying out what kind of what the strategy and what to expect and where you go to find out what's going on, so you don't get caught. You know, where it's another one of those things. Well, I wish I would have, and if had I known, I would have, and whatever. So tomorrow, besides the noon ag reports, tomorrow is there's some European economic numbers that are coming out, you know, very early in the morning. But at 8:30 tomorrow, are some significant U.S. numbers. Core retail sales, PPI, core PPI, and then at 10 o'clock is, I just love this thing, the University of Michigan consumer statement, or sentiment. Yes, sirree. Consumer sentiment. Well, anyway, and business inventories. I think people are starting to pay a little more attention to the business inventories, and those will be out 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So anyway, I know that the pre-beta team is frantically trying to get this new indicator nailed down, and it is. I'm just blown away. It's more than a little useful. Let me just put it that way. As far as I'm concerned, it's a real game changer. I can just hardly wait. So I think that's about it. I don't see too much else. Crude oil has really moved today, and Brent. Also, I watched Brent and the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar is done very well this morning at recovering some of its losses from earlier in the week. Be careful if you trade bonds at 1 o'clock. I stand aside to see what they're going to do. But this is now pushed up. Crude oil has just broken this big weekly magnet here at 43.62. It's put in a high of 71 right there. So that is that's a full 2 points off of a line in the sand level. And if it can close up in this at this altitude, then it's likely to go on up. This is why I don't pay any attention to the talking heads that are trying to tell you how crude oil's going to $10. Good luck with that. Anyway, I think that's about it. If you've had a really nice morning with these